multiple people to join in and talk at the same time, and that wasn't what I was trying to do. So reset up. So here we're back again. It's Friday, doing the stream, showing everyone what we got going on the shop today. We got all kinds of crazy goofball projects going on. I got some cool pieces to show you in the paint room, and we're making all kinds of shit, and it's just it's busy. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start back here. We'll start back in just kind of when I come in the morning. It's a beautiful hand-on piece. I'll show you guys real quick. Let me flip this old camera around here. I guess I'll do my quick little spiel. So my name's Eric Wilkin. I own the Splendid Crow here in St. Louis, Missouri. We're a small furniture company. We do about 500 pieces a year. And we paint furniture, we make furniture, we do all kinds of furniture work here. We got about 7 employees, do a small 7 figures in revenue. And so this is a good middle class living. So anyway, I'm gonna show you guys what we got going in the shop today. So here, flip around here. So we got this beautiful hand-on piece that came in. Look at this thing. That is sick. That is really, really pretty. So anyway, this is actually the condition of the thing is so good. We're probably not going to paint it. We're just going to put it in my my front showroom, and we'll just leave it there, until someone wants to come in and buy it. So yeah, these pieces are beautiful when you find them, but they're not the easiest thing to find. So truth is that people want really good money for their vintage pieces that are like this hand-on. So when we could snag one of these up for like $400 or $500, we generally do, because in good vintage condition, we can sell these things for $2,200 to $2,500. Easy peasy. I mean, we just have to sit on it for a couple of months, and that's really all it takes to sell. So anyway, come back here into the wood shop. Okay, into the old wood shop. So in here, we're working on this is going to be a veneer press. So we have to do a lot of veneer work lately. So we're going to put a press in here so that we can press all the veneer down. Basically, how this thing works is you got this grid pattern. So you have air that'll come up through the bottom of this thing, and the air needs to be able to travel throughout this entire sheet here. So we have all these channels in here so that air can move all over the place. Well, this is a lid right here. It's a piece of aluminum. So aluminum lifts up just kind of like that, right? You got yourself a nice little lid there. Nice little lid there. Put that lid on there and close it down. And we put a big piece of, this is polyurethane here. Big polyurethane sheet. It's going to wrap along the top of this thing, and then it's going to suck everything down tight. So working on building that thing this weekend. I'll get that thing done. Probably be done today, I hope. But it's going to be a cool project. It's a good thing to have. You want to do veneer work, you need a veneer press. It's just, it's kind of where it's at. So anyway, Mike's here. Good morning, Mike. Good to see you, bud. Or good afternoon, I should say. So working on this sideboard here. The bulk of this thing is done. So obviously the top isn't veneered yet because I'm trying to get my veneer press done. But then we'll slide the top in there and we can press the veneer down on this thing and get it done. So it's looking pretty good. We need to gap it. You can see that in its rough state. There's no gapping done here. Of course, all the veneers line up, but it's just pretty simple piece. But we have an Asian-y detail that goes on the front of this thing. If you guys get on the SplendidCrow.com, you can Google Evans sideboard, and you'll see the Asian-y detail. Then we have a really nice decorative piece on the bottom. And this is here, just to keep from any weight going on it. You can see that this is the actual 6 inches. That's where it's supposed to be. So if anything, it's actually setting just a skosh high, which is actually good. So over time, that thing should hopefully come down just a tiny bit. Truth is that when you put these decorative details on your sideboards, you really need to make sure that you pinch it in the up direction, right? It needs to, whatever they call it, crown. I forget what the hell they call that particularly. But you want the pressure to be kind of in the up orientation. So it's kind of important to do that when you're doing, especially really long sideboards like this. This is 8 feet long. So that's what we got going on there. Got Nazar in here today. He's building vanity. And then we cut out just a shit ton of credenza parts. So this is going to be we got 2 8-inch credenzas going on right here. We got a 60-inch credenza going on here. So we need to get all those things put together. Here we've got, this is a faux bamboo Savannah break front credenza as well. So just a ton of stuff going on here. So another cool thing. So I'm going to show you guys all these stained, or I shouldn't say stained, these clear-coated panels, okay? These are all kind of different, even though they all kind of look the same, very different, okay? So here's what we got going on. So what you have here is this is African mahogany, and this has been setting for about 7 days now. This has been setting for 2 days. Same species of wood, but see how much darker this one is? So your clear coat, your lacquer, your clear base lacquer tends to amber fairly quickly. And you guys can see that right now, that it's pretty apparent. I mean, it still looks really nice, but it's hard to give a customer a sample when your piece is going to amber like that. So especially if you spray them something right away, that's what, this is actually, I think this is much nicer looking myself, but it's very nice. It shows the grain really well. but it needs to not amber as much. So anyway, that's why we do test panels for a lot of things. So here is plywood, right? This is going to be your African mahogany plywood, and same deal. See the difference? So 7 days. I think this is 2 days right now. So yeah, so they definitely amber. So we're gonna have to tackle that on all of our mahogany furniture. We might not be able to use lacquer the way they wanted to. We have to go with a different product, like a polyester maybe. So anyway, this is walnut. Same deal. See how the walnut darkens? And with walnut, I don't think it's a problem. Yeah, I think it actually looks nicer. But you can see that the 2-day-old clear coat is much lighter than the 7-day, but still look really nice. There's really nice looking panels. But this is some of the stuff that we do. You know, we just have to test out lots of panels and kind of see what our materials are going to do. That's just part of what you're paying for when you buy this stuff from us. Is we don't just, you know, hack or slap things together and then start applying finishes. We generally check our finishes. We make sure we have a good, long-lasting finish, and we make sure that anything that we sell is top of the line. You're not going to have any issues, and so that's one of the reasons we do all this testing. So, okay, wood shop. Wood shop is just a freaking disaster today. We've been bringing in lots of material. Got lots of walnuts coming in. We got, again, I told you guys, working with a bunch of mahogany, so we got some mahogany sheets in here, and I think we got more mahogany over here, and I don't know what we got in the rack today, but just lots of stuff coming in. I know this isn't super exciting, but it's what's in the shop, so we're just kind of going through it. Got lots of mahogany in. We need to get start whacking out parts. We need to actually get some more walnut in here. So anyway, we'll move into the paint room. See what's kind of got lots of stuff in the paint room. Paint room's interesting. So yeah, if we come, sorry to show you guys some. You guys want to see some fuck ups? Here's some good stuff for you. Okay, so this is what happens when you let other people make stuff for you. I think I might have shown this before, but this is supposed to be the start of a 6-drawer dresser. But what you can see happened is when they were putting this thing together, they just pocket screwed the hell out of it. And I'm sure it looks like they got dado in here, but they just took a big piece of 3/8 plywood and just scabbed it onto 3/4 inch plywood, which is kind of weird. It's a weird way to do this kind of stuff. But again, lots of pocket screws, big gaps in the back, which I'm not even too concerned about that. But this kind of stuff just looks cheap. You know, it doesn't look good. It's not a good way to do your furniture. So then here this thing about cutting parts on a CNC routers, a lot of people want to run continuous runners all the way along their dressers, which is fine, but then you end up with big freaking gaps like that. Like, what are you going to do with that? You know, so anyway, very poor quality, very poor just fabrication, knowledge of fabrication in general. You know, you can see looks like I don't know if they cut a dado in here, and then doesn't look like there's much of a tongue on here, but maybe there is a tongue. But again, you can see just the massive gap along there. I mean, just unacceptable. So not cool. So anyway, I got to rebuild this, and we're gonna start over from scratch because that's just terrible. I did a video yesterday on repairing this fretwork here. I make these on my pin router. So if I pull this cabinet down here, here's some of you can see the ones that I made out of cherry wood. So I just made these. Use my pin router to copy all this stuff. And you can see it on I think I did a short of it actually. But anyway, cool looking piece, right? This fretwork on this stuff's really, really pretty. But what are you gonna do, man? Yeah, it happens, Mike. It's like I said, this is one of the problems with trying to find people to do work today. Truth is that most people are full of shit. I mean, it's just really what it boils down to. Most people don't do a good job. They can't really do what they say they're going to do. And it's not even that honestly, a lot of them don't even know it. That's the scary thing. They don't even realize what they don't know, which is most people's problem. They just have no clue. So it is what it is. Like I said, I'll get taken care of because I'll just make, and really, here's the funny thing. The dress that I just showed you, what it's supposed to look like is this. That's what it's supposed to look like. 6-drawer faux bamboo dresser. So anyway, that's one of the things I'll be building this weekend, trying to get that thing all done. So let's head into the paint room here. Let's sit open here. So in here we got all kinds of stuff in here. Oh yeah, we're packed. Okay, so lots of good, pretty faux bamboo stuff. Of course, men don't necessarily like faux bamboo, but chicks do, and that's my customer. So this is a faux bamboo pagoda cabinet. This is the base. It's a nice little acorn there. It's really pretty. And anyway, we hand make these. This is a good cabinet. These are hutches. These are vintage, of course. We don't build these, but they're really pretty. They did a really nice, this Henry Link, they did really good work. Here's the pagoda top. So I made this one. Turned out really well. It's going to be a beautiful piece when it's all done. But yeah, I got lots of good stuff. What we got going on back here? Some kind of a long Henry Link chest. Yeah, it'd be like a 42-inch chest back there. So yeah, it's lots of good stuff going on here. Come back out. Whoops. See over in here. What do we got going in here? This is a cool looking color. This is some kind of a almost like a blueberry type color. But look at that. This is one of the things that I've talked about in the past. So if we look at the side of this thing, this is for all you painters out there. So this is Mohawk's paint. Okay. And Mohawk's paint is not very shiny. It's never been a great shiny paint. It does not show well, but it dries much better than Sherwin's paint. It goes on much easier. It's much less finicky to spray. And so what we'll end up doing with something like this is because we've sprayed our base coat here with Mohawk, we'll go over the top of it with Sherwin's clear coat, and it'll gleam like crazy. So that's kind of the trick to getting that really nice high gloss lacquered shine. You could just spray Sherwin color and it looks nice, but again, it's just a pain in the butt. So this is an easier way to get a really nice color. And truth is that right now we're having tons of problems with Sherwin's new tint system. Their bases are fucked. They don't mix up blues, greens, any kind of a dark color. It'll spray okay, but there's just issues. Like we've literally had entire cabinets where the paint has fallen off. Like you've never seen anything like it before. Like it literally shreds off. And actually, I think I might have some. Let me see if I have some of this crazy paint over here. Nazar, were there some little things of paint over here that were just laying down? Did you throw those away by chance? Yeah. Could I have a couple of those? There we go. That's what I want. Let me get that. Thank you very much. Okay, so I'll show you guys this crazy. This is lacquer, okay, and it acts like latex paint. So turn this around here. All right, so this is what came off of my cabinets. Look at this. This is lacquer. Look how flexible that is. I mean, it doesn't even look right. Okay, this is the underside. This is the face. No, take that. This is the underside. This is the face side. See that? It's almost like we got some bad paint, and Sherwin's looking into it. They haven't gotten back to me yet, but see, we can break it, but for the most part, it's very flexible. See how you gotta kind of, there you go, it'll break. But lacquer should do it. Lacquer should be as hard as a rock. So anyway, huge paint fail there. 2 cabinets that were going out to Seattle had to be stripped and repainted right away. And man, what a crappy situation. That really, really pissed us off. Oops, sorry guys. My camera come back around here. All right, we'll go to final assembly. Let's see what we have going on over here. I think the guys are all here this week. We're just kind of busy, so let's see, flip around, come in here. Okay, so this is a mess in here. It looks like we're putting this beautiful piece together here. This thing is almost 8 feet long. I want to say it's 90 inches. Really nicely, very simple, but a beautiful looking piece. And actually, I got to find another one. Suchetta sold 2 of them, and we only have one. I have no idea who makes this piece. I need to find if I can, I need to find some kind of a maker's mark to look for, because I just haven't been able to locate it. Normally, I'm pretty good at finding furniture, but it turned out pretty nice. So it's blacks always shoot really well. They always show well, and it's a nice looking piece. Let's see here. Oh yeah, I've got a Veneer Press mic. I've got it kind of a little bit on the small side. I might need a bigger one. So yeah, I'll check it out. Yeah, I don't see who the hell made this thing. It doesn't look like a Thomasville, even though the outside kind of does. And it's not an American of Martinsville piece, which that's kind of what these look like to me, is American of Martinsville. But American of Martinsville didn't do feet like that. That's a very Thomasville looking foot to me, so I don't know who the hell made this thing, but I got to figure it out so I can go find another one. Over here we got, let's see, this is, sorry guys, give me just a second here. This trash can out of the way here. Just like, so this is a really nice dresser here. It looks like we've got vintage hardware on here. So normally people have our hardware put on this kind of stuff, but this is the vintage hardware. It looks really nice. And the sides, got a pretty good shine to it. That's not too bad. It shows really well. The top's has an exceptional shine to it. It's really good. So the customer should really like that piece. But really nice painted details all on the front of it. And this is what we do. It's what people like. They like our glossy painted furniture like this. And you gotta check this out. This is a pretty stunning looking piece. Everyone likes this. I'm waiting on glass to come in on this piece, but great color. Some kind of a limey, like a key lime type color, but great details. And this is a customer piece, but everything just has lots of detail on it. It's really pretty. They did a good job on this one. You got some nice egg and dart along there, along the bottom. And I don't know if I can even open this thing. Let's see if I can get this thing opened up here. There you go. Yeah. But actually, look at the nice hardware there. That's kind of unique, actually. A lot of times this stuff's up on the side there. But that one's, I don't think I've ever seen that kind. That's pretty cool. Really nice looking piece. And Manuel's putting this piece together here. It's been here forever, so. Anyway, that is kind of what we got going on in the shop today. Not a ton of stuff being put together. We had the holiday last week, but our final assembly area is just looking empty. So come along here. I'm pan around here. Okay, so if I pan around, see, it just looks empty. If I come along the rows, it really needs to be filled up. So truth is that we just can't get enough stuff built right now. We're just slammed with work, and truth is I need to get my ass in gear and start working a little bit more, I think. But yeah, it just needs a little more effort to fill everything up. You can see everything's just covered in dust when you get it all wiped down. So anyway, let's go what's going on in the shop today. Talk about sales, talk about future projects, what I got going on. So truth is the furniture industry in general right now is doing really well. We're seeing pretty good numbers, a lot of interest, and sales are. So the quantity of sales is down, but the quality of sales is significantly better, which is really nice. We're not seeing. Sorry, guys, coming upstairs. We're not seeing the slowdown that you normally see in the month of May. I'm gonna come over here. Oh, there we go. Have a seat for a second. So yeah, so May, normally things slow down quite a bit. People are getting ready to graduate from college, high school, all that kind of stuff, and moving into summer. And so sales generally slow down quite a bit, especially like July and August are like the worst months of the year for us. But truth is that sales right now are fantastic. And the industry in general is doing pretty good. The people that we talk to that are also in the industry say sales are fine. There's no concerns there. Tariffs didn't really do much as far as hurting sales. We had a really slow April, which was an unusually slow April, but it rebounded really well, and May's fantastic, and June's looking like it's going to be pretty good too. So we got a lot of interest on really high-end products, and I don't know why that is specifically, but I've got a customer coming over. Actually, I got a customer coming to my house of all things tomorrow. I built a 10-foot credenza for my wife's for her office, and I want to say we priced this thing at it's like $12,000 or $14,000, and it's 3 pieces. Like I said, it's 10 foot long, and she put it in this amazing room that we built for her. And anyway, so I got someone that literally wants to come out and see that so that we can make them one. So we got clients coming out to our house. So we're gonna do a little bit of entertaining tomorrow, which should be, should be kind of fun, I guess. So I got to get out and clean up my deck and all that kind of stuff. But truth is that the very expensive pieces seem to be selling. Like I don't know why that is. I just sold a break front Savannah credenza. Those are $8,000 a pop. Like I said, the really expensive stuff seems to be selling. The custom projects seem to be selling. A lot of people ask. I got a custom China cabinet coming in that was supposed to be paid last week. Maybe we'll get paid this week. So yeah, people are buying. It just seems like they're buying kind of on the higher end, So I don't know if I don't know what everyone else is seeing, but that's kind of what we're seeing. And the projects are just. I've got 4 or 5 month backlog right now of work between custom and making production-based furniture. I've got Nazar here building freaking furniture as often as I can get him here. He's got another job, so I just try and get him to work as much as he can. And he's keeping up with production. I'm doing all the custom stuff. And like I said, I was showing you guys I'm building that veneer press because we got so much veneer work coming in. And I've been calling veneer companies trying to get pieces of veneer built, right? Because everything's basically crotch mahogany, you know, or burl woods, and a lot of that really nice stuff. It's not like you just buy a sheet of it and it shows up. You have to kind of, it's a little more involved. You have to kind of give them what you're trying to build so they can kind of build your veneer for you. So it's a little bit of an involved process. So if you ever go down that route, just know that, plan that in your lead time. So anyway, that's what's going on there. Like I said, sales are fine. Business is good. Don't have any complaints. Don't see any slowdown on the horizon right now. It's everything is on the up and up, which is I hear a lot of doomers out there right now talking shit on the economy and talking crap about, you know, whatever the government stuff's going on, just the housing market, all these kind of things. And truth is, I'm not seeing any of it. Like we're not seeing any of it. Like we're still getting lots of inquiries from designers. We're getting lots of people applying for trade accounts at the resplendentcrow.com. The traffic to the Resplendent home is up. Traffic to the Resplendent Crow is up. So people are looking for furniture, and people are looking for people to make things. And we got lots of inquiries. My wife is just fielding inquiries all the time. She was working in real estate for a little bit, but we've gotten just so busy that she's had to back off that. And now she's basically just here full time helping me because I can't keep up. Like I can keep up on the building side and I keep up ordering things and, you know, answering questions and putting out fires and stuff like that. But the shipping side, like I don't have time for it. I just have zero time for it. And of course, sales I've never dealt. My wife's always done that. You know, I help out with marketing and videos and things like that. But yeah, everything's firing on all cylinders right now, which is just awesome. Like I've got no complaints with the furniture industry right now, with the design industry. Like I said, lots of people asking questions. If you guys are in the feed, hit the like button, add the discussion, hit the subscribe button. And we're talking furniture today. We're talking about the furniture business. I'm a furniture maker. I show kind of people what I got going in the shop. We got a furniture company here in St. Louis, Missouri. And I tell people in all my streams, you guys ever come to St. Louis, you want to come in and say hi, look up the Resplendent Crow, come say hi, and I'll show you guys what we do and how it all works. And you can kind of see it firsthand instead of, you know, always on a stream. So anyway, but yeah, industry's doing good. We're seeing lots of sales, lots of traffic. The traffic to our Shopify store is in line with last year. It's not better or worse. It's just kind of in line. But sessions are way up, right, which is fantastic. So that's working well. Advertising seems to be working pretty good. We generally do most of our advertising with Meta. So we're going to do Instagram and Facebook, and sales are good, you know, and I think it's because our advertising's on point. It's hitting what people want, you know, so we're getting a lot of inquiries. And I talked to some of my other streams about this real quick, and anyone's paying attention, I'll give you guys some back-end information about some ideas for your sales and marketing. So what we used to do a lot of times is we would just send out pictures for our advertising, right? A picture of this, you know, like vignettes is what they call them, you know, nice customer pictures, you know, using our furniture. It's the kind of the traditional shit that everybody does. And that's, you know, it's tried and true. It'll work and there's nothing wrong with it. But what we're experimenting with and seeing, what do they say? We're seeing, you know, fruits of the labor. They're starting to bear fruit, so to speak. Is my wife has moved into the advertising and marketing model where she's not showing the furniture all the time. What she's doing is she's showing what she's doing outside of furniture, right? Designing, picking out hardware, picking out wallpapers, doing a little bit more of like the interior design kind of stuff, but then using our furniture on top of that, designing our furniture. She's talking a little bit about fashion. So she's using things that are not necessarily furniture or the Resplendent Crow per se, but she's focusing a little bit more on the way our customers are, right? So a lot of our customers are very affluent, and so she's showing more of the affluent side of our life, right? Or her life, not me. Look at me, I'm got dirty old clothes from 10 years ago. But anyway, so she's showing off her nice jackets and her, you know, maybe her nice home and the things that she's decorating, and she's tying that into the Resplendent Crow a little bit more, and that is bringing in new customers. Right, and that's kind of, I guess, a long-winded way of saying that it's helped us to reach new people. I don't know if it's better people or whatever, but it's really helped, and we're seeing it, which I think is one of the reasons we're starting to do a little bit more of the stain grade furniture. Even though we do a lot of painted stuff, paint's been 95% of our business forever, but now it's like maybe 90% is painted, and then We're moving more into the stain stuff, you know. So people are starting to see that, hey, we have all these capabilities, we can do all these things, and we're using our home as kind of the backdrop. You know, like I can show people my shop all the time, and I can show my furniture all the time, but that content gets a little bit stale, you know. So again, my wife has moved into showing people what it is that we do at home, where our furniture goes, how she incorporates furniture into her home, and stuff like that. And we're starting to do projects around the house with the intent of showing off the Resplendent Crow's furniture, right? We're using different kinds of paints in our home that are from Sherwin-Williams, because we're kind of partnered with Sherwin-Williams on a lot of things. And so we're showing off that stuff a lot. I don't know if this makes sense to people. I'm not the best at talking about it per se, but just trying to give you guys a little bit of new information, stuff that might be useful to you if you're getting into furniture. You want to think about sales and marketing and stuff like that. That's some of the stuff that we're doing that's really helps us get new eyeballs, right? So just remember, the content that you put out can get stale. The advertising and marketing that you put out can get stale, you know, so you got to kind of change it up. You got to kind of target new areas, new customers, and it seems like it's working for us, you know. So anyway, everything's good right now. I can probably end my talk today. I hope everyone has a good weekend. I'll do more talks tomorrow. I'm going to do a talk tomorrow about losers working hard. Like, I hear this a lot. I see a lot of people saying that only losers work hard. So I'm going to do a talk about that a little bit. As one of those losers who just works hard all the time, it's worked out pretty well for me. And my guess is that if you work really hard, it'll work out really well for you too. But people don't want you to see that, right? They don't want to see you working hard. That's not sexy. They want you to buy their course on finance, right? They want to buy your course on how you can basically get rich by doing nothing, which is bullshit. You're going to have to work hard. And anyone that works hard, that really works hard, I think can make it, you know. So that's what I'm going to talk tomorrow. So anyway, I hope everyone has a great day, and I will yak at everyone later.